Jamaat. Every day. And if you miss the salat, if you're late on the salat, Masood or somebody, they quickly remind you, brother, you made Dhuhr yet, brother? I love this place, and I had offers at getting better paying jobs, and I gave them up because I wanted that. I wanted to be close to that community. And I knew, as long as I do that, Allah will never forsake me. I tell that to the Mawlanas all the time. They come through. Say, man, I have no fears. I have no questions, no reservations. Because Allah, He does not equivocate in His promise. He does not. His promise is concrete. As long as I do this, He will never forsake me. We're not the people that believe in that, Lord, Lord, why have you forsaken me? We don't believe that. We don't believe Allah forsakes you as long as you do His obligation. I don't want to tie you guys up too long. I just want to basically show you that my life has been nothing but a living testimony of this promise, period. And I'm telling you guys that as long as you guys do the same thing, you won't have nothing to worry about. But you got to believe first. You got to believe in Allah, that when you die, you will stand in front of Him and be held accountable for those good deeds. And that you will be held accountable for withholding the knowledge or the influence or the wealth or whatever bounty that Allah has blessed you with, for withholding that from your community. I don't want to lay too much heavy stuff on you guys. And please forgive me if I've offended anyone. But this is something that I believe is very important and needs to be shared. Not just here, but in the broader community. It is something that I think all our communities need to be reminded of. And we need to be reminded that our faith has to be just as strong as it was with the Sahabas. When they heard the Prophet say, and go as far as China to propagate Islam, they just took off. If you read the stories about them, they say, oh, did he say we could go to China? Yeah, he said, hey honey, we got to pack up and go to China. I mean, that's how strong their faith was. And their wives didn't question. It's like, okay, well, who's going to take care of the baby? And what's up with the milk formula? And, you know, what's going to happen? What about 401k? And all? They didn't worry about it. They just took off. They had so much belief that, hey, look, as long as we believe and do good deeds, and as long as we go out there to advise people of the truth, and as long as we go out there and abstain from sin, then we got nothing to worry about. Allah got our back. That's the faith that we got to have. And man, until in full disclosure, I'll tell you this, while we're over here disclosing. It's not being recorded, is it? No, I didn't get that faith till about maybe midway through my sentence. You know, so I can tell you that the other methods that I tried prior to getting this understanding, they weren't very conducive to any kind of success. And once I got this understanding, oh man, alhamdulillah, it was just one thing after another. Let me tell you something else. Where the hope came from. Because this hope is real. And in order for it to be real, it has to be something that is profound. It cannot insult your intelligence. Because only then, if it makes sense, only then can it empower you. Only then, if it makes sense, and it does not insult my intelligence, only then can it empower me, and only then can it motivate me to go talk to other people. And when this thing came to me, This is how it worked. All it happened, all it did was once I started doing these 4 things, Allah just sent people in my path. Allah sent people in my path, just like He will in yours. Put a little bit of rahmah in their heart. Not even a whole lot, because it don't take a whole lot from Him. And you will be surprised at the doors that will open. If Allah can put some rahmah in some people's hearts, who by the way were Jewish. I want to state that too. Ann Devereaux and David Mills were both Jewish. Well, David Mills I'm not sure about. Ann Devereaux I am. And they donated all that money to help out a guy looking like this. In fact, if you Google my name, you'll see exactly what I look like in San Quentin, because the picture was taken after that speech in San Quentin. You'll see I'm wearing this. It's a white one. Can you hear the sound of that? I used to pages. And, I mean, I walk around with these. I have keys, man. The same keys they used to lock us up with. And Allah removed that. Why? Because He put some rahmah in these people's hearts. And the only reason why He put that in their hearts is because I was doing what He asked me to do. Period. In your life, it's the same way. It's nothing mysterious. It's nothing spooky. I'm not selling you a pie in the sky, fantasy, detached from reality version of hope. I'm telling you that the real hope is in the promise of Allah, and that promise of Allah is contingent on 4 principles. And those 4 principles are entirely up to you. In short, your success is entirely up to you and no one else. And as long as you stand on that square, Allah got your back. I want to thank the Muslim Student Association and the Pakistani Student Association, can't forget you guys, for inviting me. I want to thank all the guests, all you brothers and sisters who attended, who were patient. I'm not a very good speaker, I know, but please, thank you for being patient. And I'm going to leave you as I found you, in peace. Assalamu alaikum.